Congratulations on the club reaching that 50-year milestone. Give yourselves a big hand. With over 400 players in such a spectacular field at Albert Park, Surfers Club has become the showpiece of Gold Coast Rugby. And Billy James talking to the under-12s had a good win today, so congratulations to them. Let's start with the welcome to country. I'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we meet today, the Uganda tribe, and pay my respects to elders past and present. I extend my respect to the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders who are here today. And they told me there's a few Kiwis in here, so let's hear a special New Zealand welcome by Moya Niha. Can you come forward and conduct our welcome? Moya. Andre. Nanara, in place of Moya. I'm sure you'll do it much better.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much for the welcome. I stand on behalf of my family to acknowledge the welcome and acknowledge the club's 50th year. I will now transfer myself into Te Rā Māori. Ko rere tātou mai, tēnei wā. E tukunga mihi ka rātou mā. Tō tātou mata nui ka rangi, wana manakitanga kuru kia mata kato e hui nei I raro te tūru o tēnei whare o tēnei kaupapa hirehira mā te kāku nei. E tuanau hoki e tautoko ana te kōrero o ngā ipu take o tēnei whenua ngā mihi atu kia rātou. Ahakoa tai mai au, mai I rā whenua o Aotearoa, ka tai ki tēnei wā, ki te whakanui, ki te whakahonore hoki ki tēnei kaupapa hirehira mā te kāku. E tuanau, e tuia me kia rātou kowehe, o rātou mai I roto I a mātou ngākau, I roto a mātou nau ngākau. Haere, haere, haere atu rā. Ko takutua kana, e kai tūturu, e kai taporo mo tēnei kapu I ngā rā iua, ka tuau moana, me tanga mama, e hi ngātu rāwa, me ngā mate I runi a mātou nau kukawhiwhi, haere, haere, haere atu rā. Ai tēnei wā o ki ngā mihi kia tata te hungore I hui nei o tēnei kaupapa hirehira o te kāpu o Surfers Paradise, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Just like to translate that, I acknowledge our Creator for looking after us. And in my case, I've come from New Zealand to celebrate this 50 years with the club. My older brother was a staunch member for Surfers Paradise. He now adorns a club award for the best club person, and acknowledge him and all those that have passed within the club in the last 50 years. Last year, his old club in New Zealand had their 100th year. And saying again, I went to go and stand on his behalf, and I come here to stand on his behalf for him. Our mum passed earlier this year, I also stand for her, and all those that have passed within our families and within the club. Nō reire tātou mā huri roa tēnā koutou, kia ora hui mā tātou katoa.
On behalf of Cole, myself, and the 150 gamers and the Surfers Paradise Rugby Union Club, I'd like to present Andre to Fitzy's 150 cap. Thank you very much, everybody.
To set the scene, let's go back to the incredible history of the Surfers Paradise Rugby Club. It was a very different era in the 70s. We had a new Labor government that made lots of headlines, not always for the right reasons. Salaries were about $6,000 a year, that's about $120 a week. The banks were paying their annual salary. A house and land package cost a record high of $16,000, would you believe? The one thing that was strong throughout this period was rugby union, the game they played heavily. There was already club rugby on the coast of the Eagles, but in 1973, three mates, Barry Moon, Paul Sinclair and Paul McDonald, decided to form a new club known as Surfers Paradise Dolphins. If I can indulge myself a little bit, I'd like to share some personal mementos of those early days. I grew up in New South Wales but came to Brisbane in '71 with ABC Sport. I was lucky enough to be appointed as rugby commentator, and my first season included two epic matches. Queensland defeated the British Lions and the state of emergency test against the Springboks at the exhibition ground. It just so happened our scorer was my GPS clubmate and Surfers player, Billy James, who's here tonight. I played against Surfers on your beautiful ground for a team called the Outsiders, which was a team of players banned from playing at Ballymore because they'd played that dreaded game of rugby league. Rugby was strictly amateur then, and I somehow qualified because I was calling rugby league on ABC Radio. Our team included stars like Bobby Hahn and Jeff Richardson, who's probably here tonight. I remember playing against foundation players like Duncan McGuinness and Steve Solomons, who are here tonight. On my holidays, I used to come down the coast and play touch football with the Penthouse to stop nets, alongside Barry Moon, Jamesy and Duncan. In those days, Surfers dominated the local rugby competition, winning 8 grand finals in a row, and 50 years later, they still do. From 2015, I was media manager for Bond University Rugby Club for 3 years, and Surfers, as always, were as strong as ever. So congratulations to the club on 50 years. And I'd now like to introduce the Vice President to make the official welcome tonight. Please welcome Don Jolly. His surname was right over there. Don Jolly.
Thank you. Thanks, Peter. Well, should I say thanks, Fred? Look, welcome everybody. I know entrees is being served and we'll leave you in peace. But I'd just like to acknowledge some special guests that are here in the room. And of course we have the federal member for Moncrief, Miss Angie Bell. Angie is down at the front. She'll be joining us a bit later. We also have John Paul Langbrook, the state member for Surfers Paradise. John Paul is here as well. Congratulations, thank you. And we have so many great sponsors. Could all the sponsors who donated tables please stand up? I know there's Lee and quite a number of others. Please give a big round for the sponsors who really provide ongoing generous support for the club. And we greatly appreciate that. Also got, you might have seen a young lady coming in who's wearing a glimmering dress, and in another life she's also the events manager for Surfers Paradise. So Katrina and Karen, who's the treasurer, and Wyatt, I think you're all out there, and any other committee members that I've missed, please give a big round for the people who really work behind the scenes to bring a great event together like this. So, and for you, our players, where are the players' tables? Okay, well, probably at the back there with Paul, who's Thirsty 13s. But thank you all very much for coming along tonight. We've got a very special, throughout the evening we'll have a number of videos from friends that couldn't make it tonight. And the first one, and I think this gives you an idea of just exactly where Surfers is placed, that Mr. Tom Tate wasn't available, but he did send a message to us.
Hi, Mayor Tom Tate here. I wish I could be with you tonight as you celebrate 50th anniversary of the Surfers Paradise Rugby Union Club. Congratulations on building a legacy of sportsmanship and lasting friendships. Rugby Union holds a special place in my heart as it does in yours. It unites us through a shared passion of competition and on and off the field. Your club's impact on our community continues to inspire young athletes and encourage the Gold Coast have a go spirit. Congratulations once again, and here's to the next 50 years.
Tonight we're honouring past inductees to real life members. Sadly, we've lost Barry Moon and Bob Sinclair, but we're delighted to welcome Cole McDonald and Bob's wife, Anne. And Cole, firstly, I'd like to ask you, what was the secret to Surfer's success as a start-up club all those years ago?
I think the secret was the people that got involved to start the club. We wanted a better lifestyle for ourselves, and lots of things were happening, more time to spend with our family, more games at home on the coast because we were travelling to Brisbane all the time. So that was the secret behind the start of it, and it just flowed from there. We got the right sort of people involved, and it just mushroomed.
And you were just as involved as Cole, really. What are you most proud of about this great club?
I'm proud of the enthusiasm that was happening back then. I know there's enthusiasm now, but nothing like back then, sorry. There were so many volunteers and no one got paid. It was just, I'd like $1 for every bag of onions I cut up. You girls know how it is. And the camaraderie, and the bunch of girls that we got together to clean the damn clubhouse and the toilets and everything else. But it was all voluntary and it was great fun, despite the disinfectant and butts and cigarettes. And thank you.
How on earth did you ever acquire that beautiful ground? It's the most picturesque rugby ground that I've seen.
We were very fortunate. One of our start-up members, Gary Rosso, was doing some building work for the old Shire Council at the time. So he was able to talk to Hughie Munce, who was the chairman, and said, we need a ground for our rugby club. So the end result was we got the one there where we are. And there was going to be another sporting ground there for the Aussie rules at the time, but people complained, so that didn't happen. So we were very fortunate, thanks to Gary.
And then you as involved as your husband was. Were women a vital part of the makeup of the club in the early days too?
Yes, I was the first secretary. Nick Van Top's not here, but he was the first treasurer, and Bob was the president. And everyone, well, he'd get out of bed at 3 o'clock in the morning and go and mark the lines and cut up the cabbage. And it was quite crazy. But we had some wonderful women doing fundraising. And I won't name names because I might miss somebody, but those of us from back then, and I'm not saying we're old, we're long-standing. We had so much fun with fashion parades at Colin Gale's house. We had an old beanbag, well, it was a new beanbag to start with, but we used to tote around Ballymore, $1 a ticket. It was very worn out by the time it was drawn. It took us about 6 months to draw it. And then we raffled a car, a Selena, which took a while. We had to get that extended. I think we made about $1,000 on the car. We had wine and cheese nights when they were fashionable. And they were at the Kiwi Club, which is not there anymore. But it was all fun and we all got together and banded together and did it. And at the end of the year, we would give boys a cheque, a huge cheque, which got photographed. And anything up to $1,500 then. That'll be about $5,000 now. So we've had a great time. Thank you for everyone that was there. And thank you for making this strong coverage today.
Just one more question, Cole. I imagine when you arrived you saw a few familiar faces. Can you tell us who you spotted from the 70s?
Well, there's a lot of faces here, I did stop. But look, my first recollections are that, well, before I even started that, look, I'd just like to make a note of the fact that I've been asked by Mary Moon, Kim Larson and Peter Drake to make their apologies for not being able to make it tonight, because they were some of the people involved in those very early days. Now, from our very first year of Surfers Club, which will be obvious in the photo, there's only 4 of us here tonight: Duncan McGuinness, Gary Rosso, Rob Vaness and myself. But our next few years, which we played in Brisbane for the first 4 years, others that played there was Ken Vaness, Billy Jones, Terry Cox, Ilario Avalava, Ross Graham and Steve Solomon. So, my recollections, they're the ones that played in the Brisbane comp. And then we started Gold Coast and District Rugby was formed in the 1978 season. And the fellas that played in our first 78-79 included Lloyd Wardrop, Graham Keneally, Dave Finch, Lindsay Tioga, Stu Simpson, Alistair McMeekin, Steve Hermiston, Dave Ruck, and maybe Alan Mainwaring was here. But they were players that definitely played in those first years of the club. Just a quick mention of, we had a few quite notable players that played in that period. Fellas like Boss McGowan, Doug Murcott, Bo Cox, Trevor McClellan, Bomber Ecclesall, and Tank Gordon. Tank coached and played for Surfers in the very early 80s actually. Then went back to New Zealand and came back a few years later as coach of the New Zealand Rugby League team. The league team didn't want to know about them on the coast, so we brought them down to Surfers Rugby Club for a barbecue, which was another great day. Another notable rugby player we nearly had, been on the screen tonight, was Keith Murdoch. He trained with the club pre-season, bought himself a new pair of boots. Only thing was to write up on the board and mention about a disgraced rugby player because he got sent home from the All Blacks tour and he didn't take the pad. As I said to one of the boys tonight, we nearly had him. The week after that effort, he was still coming to training and we were going up to play Ipswich, so Keith got on the bus, had his gear with him, we got to Ipswich, got off the bus and had a bloody beer tent on the way to the changing rooms. So he stopped the beer tent and never came back out until the game was over. That was the way it was. Anyway, it's just great the way that was the story. So, that's my recollections of those early days.
Thanks very much, mate. There's a few rugby players I know like that too, who got off the bus and went to the pit tent and we never see it again. So Colin, Ann, thanks so much for your incredible support for the club over so many years. Please join me in welcoming a special Wallaby from the 70s, your very own club member, Greg Cornelson. It's great to see you, Corny. We had so many special moments in an epic rugby life. We just touched on a couple of them. The first one I want to ask you about is that one that New South Wales country did, the up the jumper try.
Up the jumper, yeah, just really briefly, though, Campese said to be very, very quick. But we had a coach, Darryl Harbright, and he suggested on the Tuesday training session that we try the up the jumper trick. John Nichol, our captain, and mighty Wallaby, of course, grabbed the ball and he joined in the sitting circle, and we had our back to the opposition. The ball was to be shoved up by jersey. And I said to him after the training session, "Mate, we won't be doing that really." He said, "No, we won't be doing that really." But anyway, in the game on Saturday in Sydney, we were about 3 quarters down, I think, with a few minutes to go. We received a penalty in our half, about the 10-yard line, and Darryl Harbright on the sideline said, tap five, we got to jump and all I could visualise being brought was a ball up our jumper and being kicked to death. But anyway, so we did it, and we had the ball up our jumper. Every player had their hand up their jumper as well, so the opposition Sydney didn't know where the ball was, and there was absolute chaos. And so anyway, they were attacking me well, they attacked Ingram. I passed the ball to Jeff Shaw, who was running around the side of the bus and trying to manage with a crash over in the corner, so it was a draw. And Jimmy Hine kicked for goal, and Ron Graham, the captain, was sitting in front of as well, a good mate of mine, said that the after-match function they were really good, and said, it's always been this place. So that was a good fun.
thought you might prefer to be asked that question than the 4 tries that he scored in the one test match. I know you've been asked this question thousands of times, but only 2 players have equalled or surpassed it. Chris Latham scored 5 against Namibia in the World Cup, and Cambo got 4 against America. But tell us about scoring 4 tries without a coach after losing the first 2 matches in the series and playing at Eden Park, the holy of holies. And how far did you run for each one, mate?
I did receive a pass for England, and they were pretty ordinary tries, but you don't score 4 tries against the All Blacks unless you're playing a fantastic rugby team. And John Hickle would come back and he was well into his 30s at that stage, so he was playing at halfback. Chris Handy played his first test ever. And I mean, this is rugby in the 70s. Chris Handy the night before was as nervous as buggery. He was told by Ross Turnbull that you're going to take Andy Hayden on because he was the menacing player who was about 6'8" for New Zealand. He said, I just wanted to punch him all day. Chris couldn't sleep, so he actually goes to, he catches up with the journalist that night, and they were on the grog, drinking the grog till about 5 o'clock in the morning. So Chris Handy goes out and has a blind. So it was a different game in the 70s, but it was just as intense and we were just as proud, and we gave it as much of the work as we don't know.
You're a great rugby man. I've often wondered why you left New South Wales, Geographer, I think the place where you came from, Geographer, and you came up to Queensland to play for Queensland. Was that Bob Templeton's influence?
No. I played for New South Wales country, and a lot of New South Wales country boys went to Sydney and we never seen him. And I realised that if I came to Brisbane, I would be a chance of continuing to play for Queensland, hopefully, and then continue playing for Australia. And Bob Templeton played a major role in that. I mean, Queensland was a totally different situation to Sydney. And so I was blessed that I came to Queensland and had 3 wonderful years with Teachers North, and we played against Service in 1977, I think. So I have memories of that game, and I was very, very fortunate I did come up here. You go to Sydney and you just lost.
Well, I've got a belated thank you. You may or may not remember it. At the Jingley Hotel, one night there was a function and my car wouldn't start. I had a flat battery. And you and a few of the other blokes, I think Slacky and Paddy Batch and fellas, gave me a push starter in the car park. So just as well you were bloody fit. Mate, you've got the chip off the old block. He's done what you've done. He's left Queensland and gone to Japan, of all places, and represented the Brave Blossoms. How's Jack going?
He's going very well. He and his wife Patty and our gorgeous 8-week-old granddaughter were here for the week and they've just gone back to Brisbane. Jack actually goes back next week to Japanese training. Absolute dark horse for the World Cup. He was this. He's going well. We couldn't be proud of Jack. He's a wonderful young fella and he's playing some good rugby. So it's fantastic to follow your son's career. I mean,
hey guys, my name's Jack Wallaby. When I first started playing my junior rugby at Surfers Paradise. The time I spent at this club is when my love for rugby began, and I've got some great memories of those times. I played for the Porpoises, and even though it was a while ago, I do remember flogging the Dolphins a couple of times. It's where I made some friends for life, and when rugby was all about enjoying ourselves and having fun. This was pushed by my first coaches, John and Sharon Maunder, who also taught us the basics of rugby. I do still remember some great end of year trips to Coffs and Toowoomba, which were some highlights. I just want to wish you guys all the best for your 50th anniversary and good luck for the upcoming season.
Another Gold Coast boy, Dylan Riley, is playing for Japan and performing very well in the centres. So you never know, with Eddie Jones, we might be able to perform miracles like beating South Africa in the World Cup.
Yeah, well, we talked about Ireland, I guess, in South Africa, but New Zealand, of course, and South Africa, you can't disregard them, of course. But I said last year at the function that I reckon Australia's a dark horse. Dave Green, I really like this coach. I mean, we've been really close to beating Ireland and South Africa and France last year in France. So, Eddie Jones is in here with a wonderful group of fellas and a wonderful bunch of rugby players. And barring injuries, we've got a good chance.
talking again and looking exactly the same as you did 4 years ago. Thanks, mate. Incredibly important for Surfers Paradise Rugby and all sports club in recognising and acknowledging our special members. For many, it's a small way of saying thank you to our incredible supporters. To announce these special individuals, I'd like to get former live members to come up and announce the new live members.
Thanks, Peter. Look, the first one, I'd just like David Campese and Lee Wallstrom to join me on stage quickly. So, Lee and David, if you want to join me. Lee, of course, is an outstanding sponsor and supporter of the club, and of course, David is a Wallaby legend. But the person we're going to award tonight, we've got 4 awards, so please, it's a member that's contributed significantly to the club for over 16 years. They're passionate about the club. They love it. They're there all home games and many away games. And they've greatly supported a lot of members that have come from overseas and interstate and from the country. So they really put their wallet and their time and their support behind this club. Our first awardee as new life member, please join me in welcoming up Dale Hanson. Dale!
Oh, mate, congratulations. Maybe we'll just get a photo with... Yep. You got me to take it and put it on your...
No, you'll just stab me.
Well done, Dale. Well done, mate.
We're going to get a photo?
Another Wallaby, Elton Bailey is joining us tonight as well. Elton, would you please join us on stage, as well as Steve Edwards. Steve, if you could come back up here as well. Somebody who's contributed significantly, mainly for the juniors. And without the juniors, we don't have a club. And it's primarily not just because of the players, but it's also because of the parents who are bringing the kids down and making it a very social atmosphere. So somebody who started as a senior player, played a number of games for the club, and then also took over a very active role as coach, manager, referee, everything for the juniors area. Please join me in a big round of applause for our next awardee, which is Shane Bulford. Shane!
Just get a quick photo. Okay, Shane.
Our third awardee for tonight, there's only 2 more. Would you please join me in welcoming to pass on the award our own life member, Harry Diamond and Brett Carlson.
There you go, mate, there you go.
If you're a new person to the Surfers Paradise Rugby Club, you know the person that we're going to award tonight. He's been rattling cans, he's been making announcements. He's a fixture at the club and very active and involved with the Gorillas as well. And our awardee tonight is Gordon Poole. Gordon! Gordon sponsors the club through his business, Gold Coast Times. He's been heavily involved with the Gorillas and has been the backbone of raffle ticket sales for ages.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, mate.
Congratulations.
Our very own coach, you may not know her, but she's active very much so with the ladies and the girls, is Selena Tranter, who's a former Wallaroo and a State of Origin player. Selena! And joining Selena is the federal member for Montgomery, Miss Angie Bell. Angie. Look, the awardee tonight is someone who over generations has been selflessly contributing to the club, not just her, but a whole family for at least 3 generations. She's been involved with seniors and juniors and very active, and she's always at the club. Would you please give a warm welcome to our very special awardee, Miss Kerry Burness. Kerry.
Really? Here you go. Oh, thank you.
And of course Peter as well. Congratulations.
Thank
well
you
done.
so much.
Kerry, how many years is your family? I know your mother's here tonight too, isn't she?
I'm very blessed to be a part of an amazing rugby family in the Burnesses. I'm a ring-in, but here tonight are brothers, sister-in-laws, sisters, my beautiful mum, my husband, my son, my daughter. All of us have been a part of the club and done a lot over the years. My history here is not as long as some of the others, but my love for the players, the love for the club is endless. Thank you so much.
Kerry, congratulations for being the first woman life member of the Surfers Paradise Rugby Union Club. Fantastic achievement. Big round of applause for her. And of course, very emotional. Good to see a very emotional evening for all of you this evening. 50 years is an outstanding achievement. And I was talking to Selena earlier where she said, so why are you here tonight? You must go to so many of these sorts of dinners. And I said, yes, I'm getting good at saying no to some of them. And she said, well, why here? Why tonight? And I said, one, well, because it's Surfers Paradise. It's the heart of the Moncrief electorate. And two, because grassroots sports and sporting clubs and the volunteers who work in them deliver opportunities for the young people of our city. And that is why I'm here tonight, to celebrate all of you and your achievements in the 50 years where your members have got out of bed at 3 o'clock in the morning to line up the field, where you have driven your children and no doubt other parents' kids to sporting events across the city and indeed across the state to compete, where you have supported our community through fundraisers, through floods, through fires, through thick and thin. You've been there for our community. And as a special member from Moncrief, I just want to say thank you to all of you for the work that you do. And it was terrific and very lovely to sit with Selena, particularly when we agreed that we had something in common very within minutes of chatting with each other, and that is that sporting careers and political careers have a lot in common. There's lots and lots of rough and tumble, bruising, and generally the careers don't end well. But thank you so much for having me here this evening to celebrate this very special milestone. Thanks to John for having me. Good to see John Wallaroo here tonight as well, the member of Surfers Paradise, enjoying your great achievement that is 50 years. Congratulations and thanks to all the volunteers.
A little bit of a video clip from friends that couldn't join us.
Hey guys, James Libby here from the Wallabies. I just want to wish the Surfers Paradise Rugby Club all the best for their 50th year anniversary tonight. I hope you have a great night, a few drinks, and enjoy each other's company.
G'day guys, just wanted to wish a very happy 50th to the Surfers Paradise Rugby Club. From all of us here at the Wallabies, good on you, keep going, and here's to another 50.
Queenslander!
G'day everyone, I hope you're having a terrific night. My name's Nathan Sharp and I'm a very proud old boy of the Surfers Paradise Rugby Union Club. First club I was ever involved in rugby. I moved up from Wagga and joined the club and I have some amazing memories from all the people that I was lucky enough to learn off, to play with, and be coached, and I guess be part of a community. And that's the one thing that I reflect on my rugby career, that I was very lucky enough to be part of several rugby communities, but the one thing they had in common was great people and the love of rugby. And for me, as I said, it was my first club. To see it now achieve a milestone of 50 years, it's amazing. So congratulations to everyone who's played there, but more importantly, I think congratulations to everyone who's donated their own time, money and effort into making the club what it is today. Have a terrific night. I wish I could be there. Unfortunately, I'm travelling with work, but I know everyone will have a pretty good time. If I know a few of the people in the room, there'll be a few beers flowing, a bit of champagne. Enjoy the night, and I'm sure I'll see a few of you soon. Have a great one.
Hey guys, I'm Will Carling. I used to play for England a long time ago. I just wanted to give a massive shout out to Surfers Paradise Rugby Club, the Dolphins, and to Johnny. Played with him, did all his tackling, running, thinking, so I know what he's like. But just wanted to wish you a great 50th anniversary. Have a great time. I hope you have a great year, great season, and look after Johnny. He's a great man. Cheers, take care.
Okay, and now over to Peter to talk about the 80s and 90s. And on that note, we should introduce Stevie Edwards. Stevie's the man who knows these famous players so well that he can get them to do those messages for us. So, Stevie, you played over 500 games for the Surfers. Can you come up and have a chat with us, Steve? And you're all good blokes by the sounds of it. You just got to bring them up and ask them if they'll do a message, and they do.
Yeah, they do. Not actually Tony and Mark and Joe, all the really boys, just to get messages from back home.
Now, I haven't seen you before, but I've heard of your exploits. This is true, you played 500 games.
No, it's not actually. I think it's around about 700.
And he's played 780, I think. Can you beat that?
I only get one game this year, but yeah, maybe because they're around a bit more, but there's a lot of young folks coming through the club, so it's good to be there around and invite them through the way.
It's amazing, mate. You're an inspiration to the young guys. Do you do any coaching?
Yeah, I coach today, and my third grade got up 15 milligrams.
Tell us about that incredible run, 5 premierships in a row.
I was involved in some of them, but back in I got in late mid-80s, 85, I was Surfers one, 85, I got in a week after, played against both Sympathies and local graduate side, and yeah, from there, I come back in 86. Boys, sure, I had a game to meet some Aussies over here. And then we had one. There were Kiwis in 2 years. And with the club going on with premierships in the 80s and 90s, we were very good in all grades.
I'm going to put the acid on you here. Do you think that New Zealand can win the Rugby World Cup?
I think we can. I think we can. We've got a lot of good people around. A lot of young fellas, a few older fellas still there, but they'll show the way. Wallaby is exactly the same. If you go anywhere, like
Damien Smith tried to knock your head off in an interstate game at Ballymore. Now you've become one of us.
Nothing really changed, I think. Even though I live up here, I'm still New South Wales.
You're still leading with your chin.
No, well, I remember coming up here and getting food, and especially Ballymore and all that sort of, that's part of the game. But yeah, it's very different thing living up here now, so it'll take a while to get used to it.
101 test matches, 64 tries, 15 years playing the game, you span both the upper and the professional era. How did the game change in that time?
Well, firstly, I'd just like to thank everyone for coming tonight. Obviously, when you look at club rugby, we haven't got club rugby or grassroots rugby that's not survived in Australia. And I think it's very, very important that we actually, let people know that the support that they're giving, especially clubs. My club is included in outside Canberra, 21,000 people, and I wouldn't play fourth grade in 1979, and 3 years later played for Wallaby. So if it wasn't for club rugby, the top level would not succeed. And I think it's very vital that people understand this is a great night, but the people who put the effort behind every day, we turn up, love the game, and I think that's where Rugby Australia's got to understand. If it wasn't for club fights like Surfers Paradise, the volunteers, rugby would not be where it is.
I agree, absolutely. And before we come to the game, you're qualified to criticise the game. As you see it, apart from our leaders to you, what changes will be made to make the game better?
Well, I wouldn't have a referee. I think the referee sorts the game at the moment.
How do you control that?
Easy. Rugby is an easy game to play. The World Cup 91 final, the scrum took 11 seconds. Now we've got 3 minutes. So get rid of that. Get the referee not involved with the scrum. I think the game will be a lot better. But again, it is a professional sport. We've changed a lot. I don't know why we've got rugby league laws in our game like the 50-20 or 20-50, and you've got a goal line drop out. I mean, rugby league don't care about our game. But why should we worry about this? We're an international sport. I just think it's important. We've got to get the kids to understand who the Wallabies are, who their titles are, who they want to be like them. The more they want to be like them, obviously we're going to get some fantastic rugby players.
If Australia wins the Rugby World Cup, will we get it on free-to-air television?
Well, I hope so. I think that's what's important in Australia. Well, I was very fortunate in 10 years living in South Africa, which is a rugby nation for 10 years. They are fair in rugby. And I remember moving to Sydney in 1986. Drove around Sydney, every kid had a rugby league jersey. 1991, we won the Rugby World Cup. I drove around Sydney, every kid had a rugby jersey.
There you go.
If you don't entertain, people can watch something else. And we're very unique here. We've got Aussie rules, rugby league. Aussie rules got more money than the world. You can't go to any World Cup, you can't play for anybody who's in Australia. Rugby league, you have a World Cup, you've got probably 4 or 5 teams. Rugby unions are Commonwealth Games, Olympic Games. If you win a gold medal or Olympic gold or a Commonwealth, you're the best footballer in the world. I think that's better than being the best footballer in Australia. But we've got to promote that. We've got a sport that's unique. And it starts at top level. It's just, the kids have got to have fun. They've got to understand the game. Go out there week in, week out again. We've got something unique here that we've got to try and continue on.
Tell us a bit about the Grand Slam, because that really put rugby on the map, not just in Australia, worldwide, and you were at the forefront of that with daring to play. What did it mean, do you think?
Well, I was 23 years old, being been to Europe for the first time. We were very fortunate we had Bob White and Joseph coaches who allowed us to play the style of rugby we wanted to play. And there was not a lot of structure. You had Mark Hill at number 10, you had Fudge Jones, you had Gary Ella, you had Michael Walker. We had some fantastic players. Back in those days, in 1984, we played 18 games, Saturday, Wednesday, We've just got to give these kids a bit of encouragement to play a style of rugby that they want to play. And if we can do that, we've got a great vision.
Well, ladies started playing the game as an amateur, most of your career you were an amateur. You finished as a professional, 96. You playing in the early stages right throughout your career as a professional. That made you dare to be different, back yourself, didn't it?
Well, I just loved the game. It was more about just going to that next level. People in life, what I've noticed, there's a line in life. People want to go to the line because it's safe. They don't want to go above the line because they don't know what's going to happen. I went above the line, I made mistakes. The British Lions 89, everyone knows, I obviously passed the ball, big margin call, we lost the best all the lanes. But if I didn't make mistakes, I wouldn't be the person I was in the World Cup 91. So in life, there's no such thing as everyone being perfect. You've got to make mistakes to get better. And I think that was the way I want to play. I didn't want to be a boring winger that sat on the wing and did nothing. I want to be someone different, play the game, enjoy the game, and obviously give people to come and watch. That's what the game is about.
World Cup, 3 months away. Can Australia win it?
Well, everything's possible. We've got probably the easiest draw of the World Cup. Fiji, Wales and Portugal. The problem is you can play Portugal one week and turn around and play the Fiji the next. That's the problem. So the harder the games are, the better it is. I don't know if you heard this week about Eddie Jones just coming out of the base. He said he's only in Australia for 1 year.
Really?
Yeah, he did a podcast in England before on the lady. I said that he's here for 1 year. If he loses, he's dying. If he wins, he's dying. So I'm not sure what's going to happen now, and nothing's really being said about it, which is not a great situation for us. But I heard last year when I was in England that already signed with the American Eagles for the World Cup 31. So
he's always looking for the next gig.
Well, I don't think the gig. I just think that the administrators got to realise that administrators not about them, it's about us, it's about kids. It's about the future of the game. If we club rugby, if you haven't got club rugby, you've got nothing. And I think that's where the money should be invested, because they're all volunteers. And when you see awards every year by Rugby Australia, you don't get to see the real people who love the game and put the effort in many, many years, like short time. And I think that's vital. We need that. We need more people to play the game.
You're doing great things, spreading the word, mate. Congratulations on a fabulous career. It's lovely to see you here supporting Surfers Paradise Club.
Thank you very much.
Selena Tranter, one of our most distinguished Wallabies, Wallaroo. She played 24 tests and captained Australia at 2 World Cups in a magnificent 15-year career. So if you'd like to come up to the stage, give her a big hand. Selena Tranter. Now we're going to talk about the 80s and the 90s. And your career spanned about, 2 decades? Well, you played the rugby league with 41.
Yes, I started playing the first year of women played rugby in 1994. And my last game was, beating the Kiwis in extra time at the Dubai Sevens in 2009, which was a great way to go out.
Wow, that would have been pretty rare too, mate. So it's really something to do with you.
Yeah, anyway, well, we've been twice in the sevens, and that's all that matters, because I won the last 2 games, so I'm going with that. And then, unlike the boys who come back from a World Cup win and go on a tour with the trophy, I came back from the World Cup win, celebrated, and got knocked up. So, take from that what you will. Worst injuries I ever had in my tour. I've played at Surface Rugby since I was 6s, so that's been my experience with Surface Rugby Club. There's the likes of the life members who are inducted. Shane actually took my son away as his coach with the Cyclones last weekend, so my experience with Surface Rugby Club has been amazing, and the volunteers that make it possible for our children to enjoy the game that we love is amazing, so I'm really pleased to be here tonight.
What about the Australian women's sevens team? the Levi girls and Charlotte Cassidy. Aren't they fantastic?
Yeah, they're amazing. I actually had the privilege of speaking at the QIU launch yesterday with Shannon Parry. And for anybody that knows Shannon, I've seen her play in the sevens. Between her and I, when I finished playing, she started. So on the stage yesterday, it was basically the entire history of women's rugby in Queensland on stage, which was really lovely. And Shannon's now going to go into coaching, and my daughter Lily, again, who plays for Surfers in under 14s, has just made her first Queensland country rugby team. So I thought that maybe one day that she'll be coached by Shannon will be a lovely segue. And yeah, thank you. It was really nice until yesterday morning at breakfast she sat back and she said, "No, I think I'll play long enough just until I can beat the number of caps." So that's obviously I just went on your first time beat your name today. But within, half a generation I started playing when I was 18 in the very first women's rugby team that played in Brisbane and all in Australia. It wasn't an option. I went to Downlands in Toowoomba. My sister went to school with Gareth Morgan, Tim Horan, Brett Johnston, Brett Robertson. At Downlands, yeah. In 1991, I remember the boys won the World Cup. Jason Little and Tim Horan, they chop it in the World Cup trophy, which is the top oval at Downlands. And everyone got around it and I was like, that's awesome, I want some of that. So when I got a chance to play rugby, it was amazing. I was there with bells on and it's what I've loved ever since. I played all sports, but until I played rugby, I found the sport for me. It's not just a sport, it's a community, and it's nights like this, it's a celebration of that community, a celebration of the volunteers that make it possible. And as David alluded to, without grassroots, without clubland, it doesn't exist. And my fondest memories are playing club rugby with my mates and all of that it brings. So, how do we do that?
Will you ever play?
Never paid. And still to this day, I speak at many functions and I never get paid. And I find out I never get paid, I never get paid. Never paid. Cheap. Very cheap, you can earn me out. So, never paid. We were a bit the same as, I had the privilege of sitting next to Jeff Richardson at luncheon yesterday. It's the first time I met Jeff, and what a lovely gentleman. We were sharing stories. Angie just asked me, you were never paid, what did you do? And I said, well, I just love being a part of the opportunities that we were given. And as someone who grew up with three elder brothers who were all over 130 kilos and got the piss out of me in the backyard and backyard footy, when I got the chance to play against girls, when I got the chance to play for Queensland and Australia, I didn't need to be paid for that. That's a privilege. And to play free with my mates. And when we went away to World Cup in 2009, that squad that went away, we trained like professional athletes. We trained 4 hours a day, 6 days a week. We trained in all stations all around Australia. We had girls driving mining trains in Western Australia. Training cycle trains. I shouldn't say that out loud, but we did everything that we could to make sure that we were there because we wanted to be part of that moment that got basically rugby to the Olympic Games, that championship. So to come away with a win, yes, I got pregnant, yes, that was the end of my rugby career, but it was all worthwhile for sure.
You remember, just tell me one last thing. Why did you come back to play rugby league? State Rock and the other